up? It's going down to Web at Scribble, and this week I want to talk about routine. Having routine and having structure is very important, and just life in general. I think the people who find the most success out of life, not money, success, are people who have routine and structure in life, who plan their time out, plan their day out, that kind of thing. Routine is very important for one because I think it centers you. It makes you, level so you can take on whatever the day or whatever life has for you. But also, once you get yourself set in a routine, it makes everything else so easy because you're not running with your head cut off, just like freestyling everything, running back and forth trying to figure things out. You already have a set thing, and if you need to change some things in your routine to accommodate that day, it's a lot easier than to wake up and be like, okay, well, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. I'm kind of just lost, When it comes to writing, a lot of people talk about, art block, things like that. And me personally, I don't believe in art block. I heard a saying, I don't remember where it was from, but it went, I can't quote it exactly, but it went something like this. It was like, you don't suffer from art block, you suffer from not being inspired or not having enough knowledge. Something along the lines of that. And I agree. I remember when I was younger, trying to write and everything, I would be forcing myself to create, and it wasn't always the best thing. I would create a lot of, bullshit, basically, because I didn't have the knowledge that I needed and I wasn't inspired enough. I was just doing it because I felt like you have to keep on going, you have to keep on going, which keeping on going is important, but you have to find your rhythm and your pace when you're creating. And for me, over the years, I learned what my routine is when I feel my best to create, because in certain ways, it's hard to create art whenever you feel down. You want to feel your best whenever you're creating. But on the flip side, if you're doing music or something, when you're feeling down, that pain can be translated into, beautiful art or whatever. But I'm talking for the sake of writing and drawing for right now. But for me, I learned my routine was motorcycles. When I was younger, I always wanted to ride motorcycles and everything. But when I got older and I finally was able to do it, I came across this thing called wind therapy, they call it. And pretty much it's when you're on your bike and you have that freedom and all that wind is hitting you, when you're zipping through traffic and everything, that feeling that you get is something you can't really replicate when you're driving a car, even a fast car, because you're not as exposed. And I learned that whenever I'm feeling stressed or whatever, once I ride my bike, I'm up here now. So once I do that, I always can get off my bike and I can create. It's like an adrenaline kind of. I can just create fast, wild. So that's what I do. And that's actually why I do these YouTube videos. Usually I'll ride around for a while, and then I'll park somewhere, and then I'll pump out a couple of videos because my mind is racing. Everything is going. All my thoughts are collected now. It's easier for me. I know sometimes in my videos I seem kind of over the top, but honestly, that's not even, people that know me, that's not really how I am. I'm a very incognito, low-key kind of person. I don't like the spotlight. I really don't like attention like that. But the YouTube thing has been like a secondary therapy for me to talk my stuff. And it's easy because I'm passionate about it. I curse a lot. I'm a sailor. I grew up the way I grew up, whatever. So people might not like my delivery. But what I say stand on because I'm passionate about it. I'm passionate about art. I'm passionate about writing foremost. So I mean everything that I say, no matter how it's delivered. But that's part of my routine. That's part of how I keep myself together. And I'm able to bring you content, and I'm able to just keep everything the way it needs to be so I can perform at my best. So I encourage you all, artists, people in life, find your routine, find what works for you to perform at your best. Embrace it and do that. Make a schedule out of it. Set time aside, once a week or whatever it is that you need to perform those tasks, those routines, and be the best you. Peace.